Hi everyone, it's Christmas in February here at the Art Institute of Ohio, Cincinnati, and I'm Erik Sprowls here to welcome you with the hottest ticket on campus. It's the weekend of 1X3, a holiday affair, and the premiere of the broadcast version for what will hopefully be on local cable. We're going to toss it over to Tommy Beckendorf, who will be on the red carpet talking with celebrities and such who are in the plays that you'll be seeing this evening. In fact, let's do that right now. Tommy, take it away.
Thanks, Eric. As you can see, people are already filing in behind me to come and witness the weekend of 1X3's release on DVD. Look, here we have Justin Gunnels. I believe you're in one of the plays, right?
Yes, I believe I am in one of the plays.
Tommy.
Just one?
No, I think I'm actually in two of them, if I remember correctly.
Do you happen to remember which two they were?
I know for sure I was in the Legion of Doom, and I was also in the Christmas poker game thing.
The Legion of Doom. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it was awful. It was written by this guy named... It was written by this guy named Tommy Beckendorf. It was really, really bad. Really bad.
Would you ever work with him again?
Never.
Fantastic. You can go to the room now.
Oh, thank you.
And here we have Christiana. I believe you directed and acted in one of the plays, right?
Yeah, I was a director and actor in kind of a Christmas Carol.
Wasn't that written by that same poor bastard that made Legion of Doom?
It was. But we saved it.
Did you? But how did that play go on stage?
It went phenomenal.
Do you think you might be winning any awards for it?
I'm not really sure, but it would be awesome to walk away with an award tonight.
Well, I guess you're about to find out. Enjoy the evening. Oh, my pleasure. And it's John Pittman. Why, I remember you for the reindeer and the gay elf, right? Yes?
That's correct. The gay elf as well.
Was that one fun?
It was actually a lot of fun. Got to do a lot of ad-libbing in the midst of trying to keep off the script as well.
I remember you were also a Marine for It's a Wonderful Life, weren't you?
I was actually playing the brother of, I played Harry, George's brother in It's a Wonderful Life. He was actually in the Air Force.
Were you fond of that the movie before you had to do the play?
Every Christmas, my family would always watch those, so.
Did you see it this Christmas?
No.
Well, at least you got to reenact in the ending, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. Do you expect to be getting anything tonight?
I've heard I'm up for a couple nominations. Whatever happens, happens, you know. It's been fun doing it, nonetheless.
Well, good luck to you, John. I think you should at least get something because I know you put a lot of work into everything.
Yeah.
And you have a good night. And let's see who else is. Oh, look, it's my dear.
I'm sorry, the ladies come with me. It's just I didn't ask them. It just happened.
Topher, ladies and gentlemen. There's just never enough of him.
Never either.
No.
Yes. Anyway, that's why I'm here.
Well, would you like to tell us how many of the plays you were in, Topher?
I think I was in 4 or 5. I don't remember. Anybody keep count? I don't.
Do you remember any specific roles?
I was homosexual in half of them, so 2.5 of the plays of the 5, I was a homosexual.
Which one was the half a play that you were gay in?
I had homosexual tendencies midway through the Christmas Carol.
Oh yes. That was one where you only had a robe on, right?
Yes, only a robe. My testicles were exposed. It was hairy. You understand?
I believe I was actually in that play myself, and I believe there are pictures of that night.
Absolutely. I hope not. That night and afterwards, or just that night?
Afterwards, too.
Anyways, continue.
It's all over the internet, my friend.
Absolutely.
Now, do you mind if we talk to the lovely ladies that came with you?
Absolutely, please.
Okay. Now, you were in one of the plays too, weren't you? Were you?
Yes, I was.
Were they good?
Yeah, they were. I have to say they were pretty successful.
It was in spite of myself and Topher, wasn't it?
Definitely. And Topher was so much better.
Yes. It seems that Randy's leaving us. No hello for the camera? That's okay. That's all right. Marissa, weren't you actually in one of the plays?
For a few seconds, really.
Well, you were the understudy in the Christmas Eve poker game, were you not?
Yes.
How was that?
Very, very different.
Did you enjoy the role? Would you have liked to have done it on stage?
It would have been fun, yes.
Well,
Living with an experience.
so I've been told. Well, I suppose you folks want to get into the show, and I'm sure Topher has his plans, right? Yes. Yes. And I think that should be the last surprise of the night. And, here we have Mr. Arturo Aviles. I believe you wrote and directed the alternate ending to It's a Wonderful Life, right?
That's true. Yeah, I wrote, directed, I even started in a little bit. Yeah. A small part, I'm not...
Well, you brought the big news. I've honestly never seen the film. I believe you played the uncle, right?
Yes, I played Uncle Billy.
Was that a fun play to do? Were you pleased with your turnout with the product?
Yeah, totally, man. Honestly, at first, I thought it was just gonna bomb. It was pretty late when I was getting all done together, but it all just came down to it.
Now, do you have any plans for plays in the future with the theater troupe?
Well, this next one coming up, I'm gonna be directing a new one, and it'll be some characters everyone should know.
Can you tell us anything about this play?
Unfortunately, I can't divulge anything.
You're gonna leave our audience lingering, waiting for a response?
Oh yes, because if you don't know who these guys are, it's just gonna be sad.
I hope the anticipation proves worthwhile for the audience, because I know they're dying to know what you have in store for us next.
Well, I hope they're gonna be ready for it.
So do you think you're gonna be taking home any of the awards tonight?
I'd just be glad to be nominated at least.
Well, I'm sure you've been nominated at least for writer and director. You did great work with that play.
Well, all I can say is good luck to everybody who's up for nominations.
I'm sure we all appreciate that. I'm gonna let you get back to the show now, and I hope you enjoy everyone else's work. Thank you. And here we have Rook and one of Topher's lovely ladies. I see you stole her away.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I believe you were in every play tonight, weren't you?
No, 6 of 10. 6 of 10, yeah.
I was close. It was a good guess.
True. Yeah, 6 of 10. It was intense.
Did you enjoy your plays? Were they?
Of course. I've been part of the theater troupe since it started, and I really do love it. I don't know. You just give it your all while you're there.
No. Were there any plays that you wish you could do again?
I'd like to do the very first one I ever had again. Yes.
I've heard of that one. I've not yet had the chance to see it, but I think that would be... I've heard great things about it.
Yeah, it was good. Jason got me to do it. He says, "Do you want to be my play?" And I said, "Yes, of course." And so we sat down and we burned the midnight oil on practicing it. We really got in touch with the characters. So I'd love to do it again. Revive the characters as it was.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to hear from Jason tonight as he's behind the camera, but I can assure you he's done great work as well, has he not?
I can speak with Jason. For Jason, we've worked together twice, and both times the characters become these emotional entities. They're not just characters in a play. They become living, breathing beings. And working with Mr. Holzheimer, when you can play off of somebody like that, when the characters are always so different, it's always so good. And it really brings out the best in an actor when you have somebody you can play against.
I remember my first quarter with the theater troupe. I was actually involved in the play you two were doing as a cop towards the end of the scene.
That was the second meeting the troupe had, yes. That was the Halloween show. Once again, I played with Mr. Holzheimer. And you were one of the detectives on duty, yes, I remember. It was quite fun. Pie? Yes, pie.
I was actually really surprised with that play because when I first read it, I thought, I'm not sure if people are going to enjoy this. But when I saw you and Jason for the first time, I was like, this is going to be fun.
Well, and that's going back to what I said, working with Jason and playing off of Jason, you can take a role that may not be funny or may not have any kind of meaning and just, when you have somebody like Mr. Holzheimer to play off of, you can bring each character to life. The play originally written by Alex Brown was quite depressive. It had a very dark connotation to it, and working with him, he's also a friend. We made it as funny as we could. It's something we would laugh at, and trust me, we did in rehearsal.
I remember that fondly. Honestly, I think when we get around to releasing that show for the television, I think that's one of the stand-up plays of the night.
I agree.
Well, I'll let you guys get back to the show now.
See you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the next person we have here is Mr. Bruce Goodall, right? This man, this is Robin.
Hey.
Anything you'd like to say to the people?
What's up?
No, did you know that I believe you've actually been nominated for the Best Actor for the night? Yeah, the costume for Robin was one thing, but the portrayal of it was phenomenal. I don't think anyone else could have pulled it off, especially given how campy he's treated in the comics and, well, in the media at least. It was nice to know that someone was there that actually respected the character.
Well, what I did, because a lot of people frown upon Robin. He's a really hard character to get into. So what I did is I thought about all of the people in high school that I picked on personally, and then the people that they vented on because they weren't good enough to be in their circle. And I tried to channel that. I mean, I never personally met that guy, but I think I might have nailed it.
I think you did a wonderful job with it, and I think looking back and seeing it again, I still love the fact that I was able to write that part in and that we were able to get you to come in and do the role, because I'd had other people who would have been willing to do Robin, but I just don't think anyone could have pulled it off quite the way you did.
There's two ways I can take that.
Take it the good way.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'll let you get back to the show now. You have a good night, Bruce. Thank you. You too. Now, let's see who's coming up next. Oh, and it looks like we have Katie, yes. Forgive me, I'm terrible with names. Sometimes they slip me, but I believe you wrote and directed your first play of the night, the Christmas Eve poker game, right?
Yeah, I did. It was kind of co-wrote between Erik Sprowls and I.
You can take full credit for it. We don't have to tell Erik.
No, really, it was. I give him credit because it was his idea to start with. Because I only came into theater like 3 weeks in. And Eric's like, "How about you write a play?" I'm like, "Okay."
No, your play, I recall, was one of the standouts of the night. I read the script and I was like, it's just the ghost from A Christmas Carol. Everyone knows these characters, but your cast pulled it off wonderfully. And as much as I'd like to say it was them, it was also the writing, and you deserve credit for that. Do you think you might be taking home the award tonight?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for saying that you liked it. But there were tons and tons of great plays that night. And really, I think it wasn't really necessarily the writing, it was the cast, really, that brought it home. I mean, especially for me as a director. I mean, my cast was amazing. They really brought it home, completely and totally.
I can think it can be said for a lot of plays, but I do think that for a play to go well and to actually get laughs, it has to be well written, and for that I think yourself and everyone else who wrote plays this night deserves credit for what they've done.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. I suppose I should let you get back to the show now so that you don't miss anything good.
Yeah, I already started there sometime soon.
Eventually, yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, my pleasure. Have a good night. It seems we're losing more people than we anticipated. Oh, and here we have Miss Frenchie Schraden, one of my personal favorite people in the troupe.
Hi.
Now, would you like to tell everyone how much work you put into the troupe? Because I know you blow all of us out of the water with what you did last quarter.
Especially you, Tommy.
This conversation's over. You can leave now. I try to be nice, and this is how I get treated.
I was just teasing. I helped produce, so I did a lot.
Now, I know that you had a lot of work putting into the costumes for actually both of the last quarters. That is something that really needs to be given more credit, because I pull my own costumes together. It's just how I am. But it's tough to be able to get everything together, especially when you have plays like the Medieval Help Desk from Fall, or last quarter with the Legion of Doom, and It's a Wonderful Life, and the Christmas Eve Poker Game. All these plays that require costumes for recognizable characters. And I know that while some of us did provide our own costumes, you were heavily involved in helping those who didn't have them to put something together. And I have to say, they all came out looking wonderful.
Yeah, it's really hard to find like the right things, but you just have to go to a lot of thrift stores, and it's a lot of time, but it's fun.
True, but there's nothing quite like shopping at a good thrift store, is there?
No, there isn't.
Remember, folks, never pay full price for a nice suit when you can buy something for $5. Thank you. And here we have Mr. Sean Bolster. Now, I believe you were in 2 of the plays?
I honestly can't remember how many.
Well, then let's go with my memory. I believe you starred in The Gas Station Santa as the young child, right?
Correct.
And then you were in Junior's play, which was put together the night before everything came. Were you there for the rehearsals?
Yeah, no, we didn't really do any rehearsals. I didn't get any scripts until like the week of.
Here's one Topher can actually join us in the conversation about.
Yeah.
Did you finish all the chicken?
The chicken was delicious.
Of course it was.
Delicious. No honey mustard. Do you have?
No, we have no honey mustard. We were discussing you again. You remember that play? No, not you. The play that the 3 of us were in.
You.
Yes.
Got it. I get it.
Now that was fun to pull together, and I think both of you deserve credit for what you did, because both of you played major roles in that play, right?
Yes. I give props to my good man here who filled in the role like the last 5 minutes.
Yes.
It was always nice to see Topher on his knees for me.
Yeah, really. It happened backstage. Whatever. Listen, the point is.
Don't worry, folks. There are pictures of that on the internet too. You just have to look hard enough.
I'm not gay. I was gay in that play, and half of your play.
I don't remember that play at all.
Either. I was just experimenting.
It wasn't gay.
Something like that.
Right.
Regardless.
How much did you pay her?
Not enough.
You was a wonderfully put together play, and wonderfully put together.
Wonderfully at the last minute.
Oh, given that it was put together the last minute, what was able to come out of that play, especially putting me up there, it's amazing it didn't fall apart, and that all lies on you and Topher.
Yeah, it was funny when you just burst in there. It's like.
I was given the script the same day you two were, but I'd never seen it before. I don't know if you had or not. I know that Topher had.
Because it's like, every now and then it's like, I had them, but I was working, I think 2 jobs at the time, I can't remember, and then no one was here, and so it's like, I got my scripts last week, and then it's like, yeah, no time to practice anything, and...
I also know that you also brought a couple of the props for the evening. They weren't all used, unfortunately, because of time schedules, but I do remember that for the Legion of Doom play, you actually brought a gun that I was supposed to use as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, you never used it. It was the little Duck Hunt Nintendo gun.
It
was hers, but...
I was fond of that, and I wish I'd remembered to grab it and bring it on stage, but you do deserve credit for that, because I think that was most amazing.
There was also a Boba Fett helmet floating around that I brought in.
I do remember that as well. I think the plan was to have that put on the desk in front of Darth Vader, but again, everything was forgotten because we couldn't find the table. Still, it was nice to have those things around, and I wish we could have made more use of that. Thank you for that. Well, it seems you've run out of people, folks. Fantastic. And here we have Miss Crimer again. You might want to stay. There's no one else to talk to. Yes, come. Okay. So, are you going to be involved in the troupe in the future, in future quarters?
Until I graduate, yes.
Do you have any plans in mind for plays for next quarter yet?
I'm thinking of co-collaborating with a writer that I know to maybe do some puppet work.
I think I remember the basis for this play. Yes, we did have a puppet for kind of a Christmas Carol, didn't we?
We did have a puppet, one of mine, out of my collection. So I think we're going to bring out some more.
That I think is going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot better for the children who come to our performances because they'll at least like the puppets, but it'll also have a lot of adult humor in it as well.
I don't know what you're talking about. I did not write plays. I have not seen a single play with adult humor. Everything is completely PG with our theater troupe here.
Sure, Tommy.
And I can live in my own world, can't I?
You can, but I wish you'd grow up. We're not Never Never Land.
That's not what Michael Jackson told me.
Oh, dear God!
Right, exactly.
Don't give him the mic.
Oh, look, we found Eric, folks, our producer. This is the man responsible for everything.
I just talked to you when I threw it to you before.
Yes, but now you're back here.
I'm actually mingling in here with tons and tons of celebrities.
Yeah, well, it's because they're not coming out here to mingle with us.
Okay. I think it's a great place to set up for this red carpet premiere with everybody, they stand around, kind of goes.
Yeah, this is wonderful. I believe, Brandon, come here. It's time for your interview.
I'll visit with you in a couple seconds.
Okay. Now, if I remember, you were in It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, no comments, no comments. Save the secrets for the play.
And Mr. Tucker, do you have a minute?
Yeah, I got a minute. Okay.
Now, I believe you were in 2 or 3 plays last quarter.
3 plays.
3. A part is a part is a part. You don't be modest here. It's okay. You did a good job. I remember you were Santa Claus in the Gay Elf play. I forget what it was called, so we're just going to call it that. I hope that is acceptable for the television.
Wish list. But yeah, I played that. I got the part the day before, so that was a bit of an understudy on that. So hopefully I did the part justice.
I laughed. I enjoyed what I saw of the play. And you were also one of the reindeers in the reindeer boot camp, right?
Yes. I was Donner, one of the boot camp drill instructors.
My favorite joke from that play was actually about your character.
Yeah, a little bit of a precursor to another play there.
Yeah. No, forgive me for not remembering, but what was your third play again?
It was the Wrapping Paper of Love. I played the boss.
That's right. I believe that was you, Dom, Krista Landers, and her fiance?
Right, that's correct.
Now, was that play fun?
It was very interesting. There was a lot of parts that they had to keep repeating with different characters, and it made it pretty interesting at all.
I regret that was one of the few plays I didn't get the chance to see myself that night since I was preparing for my own string of 4 plays, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I look forward to seeing it on the DVD.
Hey, appreciate it. Thanks.
Have a good night, Jason. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have Tom Altenhofen. Hi, Tom.
Hey, what's up?
Now, you were in 3 plays? 2 plays. Well, I'm giving you credit for 1 more. He was in 3 plays, but no one remembers his 3rd. The 2 you were in, though, that was the Christmas Eve poker game and the Legion of Doom, right?
Yes.
And this was your first quarter with us, wasn't it?
First quarter I was in the audience. Second quarter I was behind the camera. This is my first time acting.
Did you enjoy your roles?
Pretty cool.
Now, for the Christmas Eve poker game, I believe you played the role of the Ghost of Christmas Future, right?
Yeah.
Did you have to go through any preparation for that? Did you have to learn how to point?
Well, for the most part, I didn't have really any lines. I just kind of like sat there while everybody else is like doing their thing, chill. And then at the end,
you might not want to give away the ending. People are going to be seeing this before they see the show.
Okay, that's true.
But moving on, in the Legion of Doom, I believe you were cast as Ghostface, right?
That's true.
That was that fun for you?
It was pretty cool. I got to be like all crazy and just like screwing around stuff the whole time while everybody's trying to have a serious meeting. I'm just kind of running around yelling at people.
I remember when we were originally drafting the idea for the play, you were involved in helping create the characters and decide who would be involved. And I distinctly remember trying to decide whether or not you were going to play Ghostface or someone else. I know you wanted to play Jigsaw from the Saw movies, I believe, right?
Well, it's Billy the Doll, but yeah.
You had to forgive me. I'm not familiar with the series, but I remember. Now, what happened with that? Do you still wish you would have gone with that idea? You can be honest with me.
Well, first I was like, I could do Ghostface. I didn't really want to, and I was trying to come up with something else because he's completely covered. Anybody could play the role, and it wouldn't make any difference. But then once I was pretty much cast as Ghostface, I was like, whatever. I just kind of went with it, and then I actually had a lot of fun on stage with that.
Did you know that one of your lines has actually been nominated as one of the funniest lines of the night for the awards tonight?
That's also a bonus too. I got into it. I enjoyed the role a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Now, do you think you're going to win this award, or do you think that the competition is going to leave you out to dry?
I think from the beginning, Erik expected it to be in the nominations.
I think someone in the crowd wishes you would win that award. Would you like to deliver your famous line for the audience at home?
You, Doris.
Yes, I'm sure that's going to be fine for the TV audience at home.
Well,
Well, I'll let you get back to enjoying the show. You have a good evening, Tom. Thanks for talking. Okay. And here we had Jason, who I told you was the camera guy. Clearly, I lied to you, and I apologize for that miscommunication. Now, Jason, I believe you were in 3 plays, right?
Correct.
Now, I remember It's a Wonderful Life, The Legion of Doom, and the third eludes me at the moment.
I was in the Christmas Carol, or the second alternate ending thing.
That's right, you were in It's a Wonderful Life, kind of a Christmas Carol, yes. I forgot my own play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. That's how good that play was. I forgot that it existed, yes.
That's great. It's all about me.
Now that it's been brought back, yes, you were Santa in that play, were you not?
Yes, I was.
That play went through a lot of last minute changes, and I apologize for the role you got, since I wanted to give you the larger role.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, sometimes, things like that happen. With time constraints and stuff. I mean, obviously a lot of things had happened. We weren't exactly able to get together a lot as much as we had hoped, so.
I will say that I was pleased with your run as the Penguin in the Legion of Doom. That was a character that we took a lot of time to put in, and I originally wanted to write you as Ganondorf, but of course the problem was the costuming. But I think you did wonderfully with the character you took, and I'm glad we were able to get you to play that role, because I don't think any of the other members of our troupe could have pulled the Penguin off quite as well, or could have helped to salvage what became of my role as well.
Right. Yeah. Penguin's always been a really good, one of my favorite Batman villains. And even before doing the play, I went back, watched a lot of the old TV series and stuff, so it was really fun.
It was fun. And then Snape it was in The Wonderful Life, yes. Was that?
Snape was kind of a throw-in character. I gotten approached about doing throwing Snape into a play, and at first I was kind of like, it's kind of funny, we'll see what happens. And I honestly think it got one of the bigger laughs that night. I kind of had pausing between lines when I was on stage, just because there were so many laughs, so it was really fun.
Again, I have to admit that I've not seen It's a Wonderful Life before, so when you first came out, and when I first read the Mr. Potter line, I didn't fully understand what was happening, but I do think that was one of the funnier moments of that play, and the play was full of funny moments.
Yeah, that it was. It was a really hilarious play. All of them were really good, and I think everybody did a great job.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
No, I think that'd be it.
Well, all right. Good luck with the awards tonight, Jason. Thank you. We're going to interview Doug Baines now because he's here. Oh, he's eating. We'll give him a moment. Okay. And now we're actually just going to go straight back to Eric, and he's going to let us know what's going on for the rest of the night. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tommy. And right now we're going to get to the point of the evening, Weekend of 1X3, a holiday affair where we take a look at the plays presented the evening, and that is, of course, the awards, everybody's favorite part of the show. Without any further ado, here is this year's winners. These were all voted upon by the members of the theater troupe twice this week. All the nominees were written in. I did no nominations for you. So this is all nominees that your peers around you did. So best writing nominees are Tommy Beckendorf for the Legion of Doom Christmas Party. All right? Erica Mockabee and Maggie Hayes for the Christmas Wish List. For Reindeer Boot Camp, John Pittman. For Arturo, for It's a Wonderful Life, The Lost Ending. And the Christmas Eve poker game, Katie Cavendish. Is she here? She was right there. She is. Okay. And those are your nominees. So I don't have. Well, without any further ado, on the winner is voted upon by your peers here at the AI Theater Troupe is the Legion of Doom Christmas Party.
I would like to thank everyone who made this possible, which is myself. But no, I would like to thank the people who helped me choose the characters, Eric and Justin and John, who created the Bob the Janitor character I wrote for him. And you did not. You created Gay Hitler. I made him Jewish. Turo. I think Turo may have just crossed a line. But I'm not going to waste any more time, so I'll let you guys see who won the rest of the awards. Thank you. No, I'm not going to thank Superman. I'm going to kill Superman. I want to kill Superman.
Okay, nice job. Okay, moving right along because I know it's late. The next award is for the biggest laugh of the night. Biggest laugh. All right, and the nominees you've given us are... Fuck you, Dolores! By Mr. Tom Altenhofen. Next we have Hide the Dickens by Mr. Justin Gunnels. All right. Next we have... this was an awkward evening because sitting front row center was someone who was in a wheelchair. So knowing that this line came about, we had to think fast, and I think Topher did. You thought about it. You're not even in a wheelchair. So you're not handicapped. You ate my poem. Whenever Junior says it to Topher in the play, you again. And hail me! Though Mr. Hitler himself, Topher Putnam. And You Suck by our academic director and the special elf, we'll say, Mr. Ryan Miller. It's all about the delivery, guys. Maybe it was the wind. By Mr. Justin Gunnels as Darth Vader. So there's a lot of nominees. And they're your nominees for Laughs of the Night. And the winner is decided by your peers. Fuck you, Dolores, by Tom Altenhofen. Come on up. Biggest laugh, my man.
Give us one.
Nice going. Congratulations.
Give us a
Well said. He writes his own material. Okay, so tonight we have what I like to call the Go-To Guy Award. And this is the kind of nomination that we had in the theater troupe with, you know, when you deal with one-act plays, sometimes you get a cast together probably a good 3-4 weeks ahead of time. And then the night of the play, you have no cast. So maybe even the day of the play, you ask someone ahead of time and you say, can you be in my play? And they'll say, yeah, I'll learn the lights. And then they learn the lines and then they don't show up. Or they're still not here, or they lost the script or something. So sometimes when you have that go-to guy award, it's the person who does the most for the theater troupe, who's in a lot of the plays, who is that go-to person that you want to get to do something. So that being said, the nominees for the Go-To Guy Award this year, as nominated by your peers here, are Mr. Topher Putnam, Rook, and John Pittman, and Jason Tucker. And Justin Gunnels. Okay, now before we tell you who the award, it's a lot of it has to do with improv as well, you know? I mean, sometimes we ask somebody, can you be in my play right now? or can you do something to improv to kill some time? A lot of these what I appreciated about it is a lot of these people that were nominated tonight do a lot of stuff for the play and a lot of being in the plays and being in multiple plays, sometimes 4, 5, 6, 7 plays. And from what I discovered, the winner of the night goes to Rook, who was in 70% of the plays. Congratulations. Thanks, buddy.
First off, I'd like a list of thanks because I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for the rest of you. Eric for his heart and his passion, Bonnie Byrne for putting her neck out for the rest of us, Doug for his unending dedication, and I'd like to dedicate this to my grandfather who said, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Thank you.
Congratulations. Rook was in about 70% of the plays this last show alone, so I thought that was pretty amazing. Okay, we had something added called the Understudy Awards, and the reason we came up with the Understudy Awards is playing along those lines that we talked about with the go-to guy. The difference is these are the people that we get the day of, and we say, can you be in this role? Why? Because that guy canceled. That freaking guy. All right. And then the directors are pulling all their hair out. Somebody still. Oh, here was my favorite. Last quarter, the wings that Rochelle Baker wore for the Coast of Christmas Past, they were gone and missing 2 minutes before curtain. So Katie Cavendish, of course, was. She checked out for a while, and she was. Yeah. So. Sometimes when that kind of stuff happens, we like to give out awards to people who sometimes we get literally last second, that may not get an award in terms of a trophy, but something we wanted to give to these people simply because, well, let's face it, you saved the play by joining it literally the last second. So that being said, the nominees are, and I would like you to come up and grab one of these certificates. The first is Sean Bolster. Come on up. Anything?
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. Awesome.
And thank you for saying that to the microphone, Sean. And next we got Dustin Clapping. Is he here tonight? He didn't make it. Okay. Who else do we have? Marissa Alford. What's the word?
I have no idea what to say.
Well, it's up to you.
Just say thank you.
Just say thank you.
You're welcome.
It's like in any effective speech. What do we say? Not any questions. Thank you. All right, the next nominee is Brandon Kennedy. Are you here? I saw you. Gotta find it. It's here somewhere. It's your moment to shine.
I know my competitor Tom, he had the biggest laugh. I would like to say that I deserve the biggest laugh. Peace Out was the best thing the whole night.
So much hard.
Thank you, Kanye. Our next nominee, Jason Tucker. Where are you, good sir? Anything?
Let the Wookiee win.
Our next nominee is Rook.
Wait, he got an award. Why does he need that?
He's an understudy.
Yeah.
Rook planned that speech for some time. Our next award goes to Topher Putnam. For you, good sir.
Thanks. I wasn't supposed to write anything, and I didn't, but thank you.
All right, Junior Jackson. Is she here? She texted me and said she was here. Can anyone accept on her behalf? Come on up. Grab this. Latika. You can. Latika will accept on her behalf. You'll see Latika's play in a month. Want to say anything?
Sure.
Come on up.
Okay. I'm not Junior. I'm Tika, so thanks.
Well said. Next we have Walter Wells. Can anyone accept on his behalf? All right. That's what you need is more camera time. Where's Topher at? You guys can be a duo. For Walter.
On behalf of Walter, thank you. This one's for Gina.
Gina Goes Down is coming up next quarter, or next month. Justin Gunnels, come on up. Justin Gunnels is not here. That's interesting. I'm looking for it. Justin Gunnels will have to be printed. Here, accept this program on our behalf. Nice job. Want to do some improv for us?
I got a program you guys didn't.
Justin's certificate is missing from the file.
It's because he's not important.
That's his stalker likes to keep it and put candles around it on his mirror. We're going to keep this, and this for the end. Okay. So now that arrives at Best Actress. Best Actress, of course. We didn't have any supporting actors and actresses because I figured everybody got thrown into the same pot. It was an interesting category, and I'll tell you why. The nominees are Junior Jackson for You Again. Brochelle Baker for the Christmas Eve poker game. Christiana Kramer for Kind of a Christmas Carol. Krista Landris for Wrapping Paper Love. Kiana Alford for the Legion of Doom Christmas Party. Frenchie Schraden as the Queen of Hearts for the Legion of Doom Christmas Party. Ariel Alexander for the Christmas Contest. I'm watching Tommy Beckendorf over here. Tommy Beckendorf self-proclaimed himself as president of the troupe, and I said, well, everybody can be president of the troupe, and he is, of course. And every time I look at him, he's clapping. He's like, oh. And he keeps forgetting to change get with the program. Okay, now this was an interesting category because we ended in a tie. Ooh, scandalous. No, it's not an 8-way. It was a 2-way tie. So, like I said, all the nominees are actually handwritten in by everybody here. So, in the 2-way tie, the first winner is Krista Landris. Come on down.
She's almost there. Woo! For you.
You guys suck, but thank you. I actually had no idea about the voting or anything, and the only reason I knew about tonight was Tika and I ran into Eric randomly one day, and he told us, so we showed up. But thank you, everyone, and yeah, actually a lot of the other girls should have gotten this award, not me, but thank you anyways.
And our other award goes to Brochelle Baker. Accepting on her behalf is Rook. This ought to be good.
No, I think mine are a little bigger. Wow. Mine are bigger, baby. I'm accepting on behalf of Zach, and he wants me to tell you all that the reason they're not here is Shelby's fault. So. Yes, I do. Yes, it's Shelby. Anybody who's met her will know it's her fault.
He's right. To tell you the truth, I got a text from the both of them, and Zach said, we cannot be there tonight. Shelby told me to tell you that we have to work, and if Shelby wins anything, it's her fault. Blame her. So you are correct. Okay, we arrive at Best Actor of the Night, and the nominees are Rook for The Christmas Eve Poker Game, Justin Gunnels for The Christmas Eve Poker Game, John Pittman for Reindeer Budka, Topher Putnam for Kind of a Christmas Carol, and the winner of this category is Mr. Topher Putnam. Did you leave your speech?
I got no. So I brought my speech.
God, no. Oh my God,
I was writing it, and then I got distracted, so I drew a profile of Amanda. That was a really good drawing that he just ruined, and I usually charge $10 for those. But thank you guys. You guys are all awesome. This is awesome. All right, nice. I said I wouldn't do it, but because I love you all so much. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. I'll just a little bit of that. Thank you guys.
My, but still my beating heart. I need to get checked. And now we arrive at the Best Director nominees for the night, as chosen by the theater group, and they are The Christmas Eve Poker Game, Katie Cavendish. Arturo Aviles for It's a Wonderful Life, The Lost Ending. Maggie Hayes and Erica Maccabee for The Christmas Wish List. Christiana Kreimer and Tasha Hargrove for Kind of a Christmas Carol. John Pittman for Reindeer Budka. Cheap applause, shut up. And the winner is, according to the AI Theater Troupe, Katie Cavendish for The Christmas Eve Poker Game. Congratulations. For you.
Unexpected. Okay. Had no clue. So, thank you. That's all really I have to say. Thank you guys for welcoming me in. I'm the new girl on the block, and you guys kind of just took me in your fold, and thank you.
Okay, two other people I want to recognize tonight, a couple other people I need to recognize for the troupe in general, that deserve of these awards were extremely helpful, that actually were my right and my left hand for most of the last quarter in putting those Christmas plays together, and I have to recognize them tonight because I failed like an idiot to recognize them the night of the play. That being said, what? I did. I complete like an idiot, and I have no one to blame but Topher. So I wanted to. Exactly. I'm so. Oh. So I want to thank them here personally with the trophy tonight. The first I'm going to thank is Frenchie Schraden. Come on down. For you, my dear. A couple of words.
Thanks. It's been fun.
Oh, I love the speeches tonight. You know, teaching effective speaking. It's so effective. I love it.
I gave a speech.
I know, Tommy, you did give a speech. And the other person I need to thank as well is Christiana Kreimer for helping as well. Come on over.
Just as tall as you know. Thank you. Thank you. I will always be your right hand as long as I'm still at the school. December, I'm done, so sorry. I'm the right hand, I'm sorry. Left hand, I apologize. I can give you Oh my God, Sean. But yeah, I will always run your errands, no problem. I love Home Depot, so.
All right.
Thank you.
Interesting facts.
Okay, thank you. There's a couple other people that I have to recognize tonight, well, because I'm gonna.
There, your right and left hand, I'm your pancreas.
Wait a minute, before we choose which hand is who, I need to know some information.
You'd have to check with Topher's doctor on that. Slappy. To his friends.
Almost Dr. Slappy?
Almost a Dr. Slappy. There's some people I want to recognize tonight because without their help, obviously a lot of the theater troupe would not work. And one of those persons I want to recognize personally tonight is Mr. Ryan Miller because he is the academic director here and he doesn't have to do this at all. So it's great to have somebody who's so good at it. Thank you, sir. For you.
And honestly, here, hold this a second. Sure. If you'll get there, but if you really wanted to be funny, you just said, I didn't bring a speech. And it says speech on it. I would like to thank the Academy. And I would like to thank my wife for thinking I was at home working, or I was here working every night. And thanks for letting me have fun with you guys.
One other person I have to thank was actually pulling his hair out about 3 hours ago, because without his work on a lot of this evening and those evenings, you wouldn't see any of this. And that's the technical wizardry of Mr. Douglas Baines. Most overlooked, good sir.
Wow. Never saw this coming. Saturday Night Live's got nothing on you guys, honestly.
Is that because we're better?
Absolutely. All right. No, really, it is a lot of work, but you know what? It's well worth it to help you guys with your experience and to make nights like tonight very possible. So I'm here for you guys, here for Eric, as always. And whatever you guys need as far as making this thing technically happen with lights, cameras, and action, I'm here for you, brothers and sisters.
Doug, you need a raise. One other person I want to thank tonight is really, everybody looks at me as being the executive producer of the play. I'm actually just the producer. This person is the executive producer. And the reason I want to recognize her is because without her belief in all of you, this night and the night that we just watched would not be possible at all. That being said, talking to members of the theater troupe, we tried to come up with an award. And we decided that, because we're having an award ceremony like any other award ceremony, we wanted to have a name for the trophy. And I think that only makes sense, right? So, you have the Tonys and you have the Emmys and you have the Oscars and things like that. They have like a cute award name for it. So we were kind of thinking, what can we utilize for the name of the award itself? And everybody, first of all, people come up to me and said, we should call it the Sprowlsy. And I said, that's stupid. Because, it makes me seem like a real egotist. And I didn't want to do that to begin with. So, if I'm the producer of the show, when we would do these things, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be great to have someone else who's on board in addition to myself? So, of course, if I'm the producer of the show, there's an executive producer of the show, and that would be the dean here at the college, Bonnie Byrne. And she's a very big supporter of the troupe, and probably supports it even more so than myself in a lot of different ways, because she's where money comes in. But that all being said, we thought, wouldn't it be great to name something after her because she's the one who supports us. And with the year anniversary coming up for the troupe, and we've done so many performances now, we're in our third quarter of this, coming up on our fourth with an improv troupe, we want to come up with an award named after her or something that would be commendable to, having the award named after. So we thought in retrospect, what would be better than to name it the Bonnie? And it's in terms of the Bonnie Awards. So from this point forward, regarding the theater troupe, the award will be forever known as the Bonnie. And speaking of Bonnie, Dean Bonnie Byrne, will you please come up here to accept your award? So come on down, Bonnie, and accept your Bonnie. You could be like Cuba Gooding Jr. and just jump all over the room and come on up. This is the good reason to have the stage. Congratulations. Wait.
Sorry. Thanks. Anyway, I just want you guys to know how proud I am of each and every one of you for doing what you do. I'm so excited about this project. I'm always excited about anything that is a great new student activity, and really this is run by all of you. I do nothing but show up and cheer it on. So I'm just grateful for the time that you guys put in, and I really appreciate it. So keep up the good work, and I look forward to awesomeness next quarter.
Topher, you might want to try some of this. You might need some. Much better. Frenchie, I'll let you know about that. Okay. Before we get out of here tonight, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Not counting the performances themselves. I wanted to see how well it went. And it's nice. We almost have a completely packed house, so it was nice. Most of the theater troupe is here. A lot of them I got texts from all day that could not be here. Walter Jr., people like that. They would love to have been here, but we do hope that they'll come next time and keep going. A couple final announcements tonight I want to remind everybody of before you get out of here is we still have an improv night. What that means is we're still having a theater performance. It's just not the traditional theater performance. We're only going to do 2 of those a year. Summer and Christmas time, or spring and Christmas time. In the other off quarters, we're doing an improv troupe, and those are hand-picked members of our team that we think can handle themselves in an improv atmosphere, kind of like in the tradition of Whose Line Is It Anyway? And that's what we're going to be doing on March 16th. So please, save that night, come on out and support your peers. It's going to be hosted by Mr. Ryan Miller. And that'll be a lot of fun, no doubt. All right, and we have next month, in either very late March or early April, we will unveil the Halloween show finally. That should have been unveiled by now, but I really just was trying to keep up here. You know what I mean? So we'll get this thing edited. There were at least, I'm not kidding you, in this last show, at least 1 million edits. As John Pittman will tell you. So the Halloween show is coming next month. We don't have a date set on it yet or a premiere time, but when we do it, please come. It'll be another atmosphere similar to this one. And finally, we want to remind everybody of the 4th performance of the theater troupe that's going to take place in June, as it did last year with our very first. It'll be the first anniversary of the theater troupe that night with a weekend of 1Acts 4. This time it's personal. So make sure you come out that night. We'll let you know exactly what weekend in June, but look for it in early June when the quarter comes to a close. All right? That's all we had tonight. So I hope everyone had a good time. If you're in the Effective Speaking Club, please make sure you sign the list to show that you came out to support the troupe. And drive safely. Tip your waitress, which was me. Heavily. All right? I'll see you guys next time.
That's a wrap.